What's good, YouTube? Vakasa Kobe here. So, we're diving into a request from Heidi. This one is for Anzac Day. This is by Lee Kernaghan, Spirit of the Anzacs. It is featuring Guy Sebastian, Jessica Mawboy, John Stevens, Shannon Noel, and Shepherd. So, we will see what we get with this song. I would like to start this video out by thanking all of the veterans that have put their lives on the line and made the sacrifice of being away from home and being away from the people they love to protect the world and to protect the people, especially like people who can't defend themselves, lesser fortunate and stuff like that. That's the biggest thing, is that people who aren't able to defend themselves are defended in the world by all of you, and we are very grateful for that. There's so much evil that people try to do inside of the world, and we need to have the forces to be able to combat that whenever those evil people want to do those things. And you guys put yourselves out there and risk your lives and make all of those sacrifices that are necessary to keep all of us safe. So we are eternally grateful for that, all of us. Everybody that watches on the channel, I certainly know, as I am. You guys are always in my prayers. All of our veterans out there, you guys are always in my prayers. I'm always praying for your safety and praying that you arrive home safely to your families and to the ones that you love. It's such a crazy world that we live in, but we do what we have to get by, and it's unfortunate that we lose so many lives due to the violence and the evil that we have in the world. But the bravery that it takes to get out there and defend like that is a large amount, and you have to respect that, and you have to fucking appreciate the sacrifices that have been made by them, man. So Anzac Day is the equivalent to like Veterans Day here in the States for you guys, and that's what this song is going to be about. This is going to be one of those songs, I already know, you guys know, I always get really emotional, sometimes a little bit upset whenever we do songs like this, because this is something that's very near and dear to my heart, and I think that the world doesn't recognize the sacrifices that are made enough. I say that on here a lot, that I think so many people don't recognize the sacrifices that are made by the veterans and the people that go out there to defend us from the evil inside of the world and all the violence and conflict that comes up in the world. And they do a bunch of other important things too that don't even involve war. That's nothing, right? Like intelligence and stuff like that as well, right? So it's not just defense and war. There's also a lot of intelligence and freaking shit that they do that goes into making the world go round. It's very important that we have the forces that we do. So thank all of you. If you are one of those veterans, thank you so much. I'm glad that you're still here with us. It's a blessing to have you on this planet. Thank you very much. We're going to get into this for you guys. I'm Vakasa Kavi. A reaction video a day or two. Keep the doctor away. Fuck those apples. We got Lee Kernaghan, and this is featuring, we have Guy Sebastian, Jessica Mawboy, John Stevens, Shannon Noel, and Shepherd doing this with Lee Kernaghan. So let's get into this.
We do not know this Australian's name, and we never will.
Wow.
We do not know his rank or his battalion. He may have been one of those who believed the Great War would be an adventure too grand to miss. He may have felt that he would never live down the shame of not going. The unknown soldier honours the memory of all those men and women who laid down their lives for Australia. We've lost more than 100,000 lives, but we've gained a legend and a deeper understanding of what it means to be Australian.
Wow. That's so deep right there. That's such a beautiful intro right there. I love that. It's so unfortunate, the unknown soldier story. The Doors have a song about that. I do believe Morrison wrote a song about that called The Unknown Soldier. Very, very deep song by the Doors. Morrison sang a lot about that kind of stuff, right? Coming from well, that's because he came from a family that had that background. If you read his biography, right? His family was very heavily involved in the military and everything like that. So, I mean, it makes sense that he would write a song about that as well. It's so deep, man. That intro is beautiful. Paying the respect right from the beginning before the music even starts. I like that a whole lot that they started this video out with that. That's a nice sound there. I like the driving bass there. Nice
He's
slide.
a drover drifting over western plains.
Look at these
He's
pictures.
a city lad, a clock down Flinders Lane.
Guy Sebastian.
They're in the trenches at Lone Pine and on the Flanders firing line. A willing band of ordinary men.
I love whenever they trade off single lines of the verses. This is the second song in a row that we had doing this. We had Lisa and John Farnham doing it in the last one, the video that I just made. I like when they trade it off like that. These lyrics are very storytelling. He's a drover drifting over western plains. He's a city lad, a clerk down Flinders Lane. They're in the trenches at Lone Pine and on the Flanders firing line, a willing band of ordinary men. Man, he gave us a description of two people and where they had come from with those first two lines, saying they could come from any walk of life, but they're all there for the same thing. Just a willing band of ordinary men willing to defend and be in the trenches. That, yeah. I don't think there's anything quite like the brotherhood that people would gain with each other being in that situation together. That's a different kind of bond right there if you've gone through something like that with somebody. And I mean, that carries over. We have all of the, you have all the veterans lodges and stuff like that where they all go hang out with each other and enjoy themselves and have a good time and everything like that. Have game nights or concerts, all kinds of stuff that the veterans lodges do. And I mean, it's true, the brotherhood inside of an experience like that is probably one of the highest levels that you could achieve in this lifetime, right? Going through that kind of circumstance with somebody will solidify a bond that can never be broken. Man, I love the way that they described this right here. Like I said, songs like this are tough for me because it's like they're such good songs and the meaning inside of them is so beautiful, but nothing about the situation is beautiful or loving at all, except for the fact that they love us enough to put their lives on the line for us, and that's a beautiful thing.
He's all of them. He's one of us.
Wow.
Born beneath the Southern Cross. Side by side, we say with pride, he is all of them. And he is one of us.
I just want to say the vibe of this is so uplifting. They really captured something beautiful with this performance right here. All of them together with the choir effect. They sound so beautiful together. This is a very well done song, and kudos to them for doing this in honor of all of the veterans. We love that on here. You guys know that. He's all of them. He's one of us, born beneath the Southern Cross. Side by side, we say with pride, he is all of them, he is one of us. Saying you're all, wow. saying you all deserve the same respect and you should all hold yourself with the same amount of pride, because you could also say you are all of them and you are also one of us. Man, wow. That hits the soul right there. That is soul-wrenching lyricism right there. Very beautifully done.
He's a pilot on a midnight bombing raid.
He's a naval seaman on the Armadale.
Nice.
She's a nurse in Vietnam. They're on patrol in Oregon.
Wow.
Sons and daughters rising to the call. She's all of them. She's one of us. Born beneath the Southern Cross. Side by side, we say with pride, she is all of them. She's all of them. She is one of us. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
This video is so beautiful. The video is just sucking me into it, man. I love how many pictures and old photos, and as well as modern photos, they have inside of it, paying homage and paying honor, right? It's so beautiful that they included that inside of the video. The landscape right there is so green. That is so green and beautiful. Man. He's a pilot on a midnight bombing raid. He's an able seaman on the Armadale. She's a nurse in Vietnam. They're on patrol in Urizgan. That is a wild rhyme right there. To even think of that rhyme tells you that Lee paid attention to what was going on very deeply. That is such a wild rhyme right there. The fact that that was pulled off just proves Lee's education in the situation. That is, wow. She's a nurse in Vietnam. They're on patrol in Urizgan. Sons and daughters rising to the call. Yeah. You have to think of it in those terms, man. That's not just somebody going out there to a war. That's somebody's son, that's somebody's daughter. If that person gets lost, it could rip a family into pieces and make it hard for the family element to ever be the same again. Like, that stuff changes people whenever it happens like that. Like, that phone call will change so many things inside of life if it has to happen for you. It's the most tragic thing I think that could ever fucking happen, man. I couldn't imagine, like, getting that call about somebody that you were related to. Especially if you're the parent. Like, a parent losing a child is, like, the most unfathomable, like, unspeakable thing. Man. I tell you guys all the time, we're always slower on these videos because they hit my soul and my brain just really goes into full-blown, like, thoughtful mode. It's so crazy, the world that we live in, man. It's unfortunate, but we have very many brave people that deserve all the respect in the world, that are willing to go out there and put their lives on the line for us. And just all the layers to the situation in itself are unbelievable, that our systems have allowed it to get to that point where we have to have this happening in the first place because they want money or they want supplies or they're just mad at each other about something or having disagreements on fucking policies or whatever it is that they're arguing about, religion, anything, man. We gotta fix we gotta fix the way the world's run first off. The systems inside of it needs fixed because without fixing those, we'll never solve the problem of all of the conflicts that go on that cause us to have this happening in the first place. Sheesh.
The spirit of the Anzacs, proud and strong. The spirit of the Anzacs will live on and on and on. He's one of them, he's one of us, born beneath the Southern Cross. Oh, side by side, we say with pride, he's all of them, he's all of them, she's all of them, they are one of us.
Oh, that backing note right there. Beautiful. Their harmonies are beautiful.
They are one of us.
Beautiful right there. That's so beautiful, man. Wow. The footage, though. The footage. Whew. Man. This was a beautiful tribute right here. This was such a beautiful tribute. I really, really enjoyed this a whole lot. These songs always get me deep. You guys know that. I'm always in my feelings when we do a video for a song like this. It's much less talking than usual, right? And I always make it a point to say that the system's broken, and that's half of the reason why we have this happening in the first place. And I think that a lot of people who are veterans would agree with that themselves from the inside things that they have seen and experienced as well, right? We have a broken system, and the matrix has cracked, and now we have an opportunity to really show what we're made of and make this world a better place if we apply ourselves to doing that with each other. And that's why I get on here and do what I do on here with you guys, because I feel that by spreading knowledge and spreading life experience and learning from it with each other every day, we can ultimately arrive at the point where we all just start acting the way that we need to for the world to end up like that. You know what I mean? Influence each other to be better and influence each other to take care of the world and take care of ourselves so that it can be beautiful for the future generations and safer for them as well. Thank you to every single veteran. Any of you that are watching this that are veterans, thank you so much for what you've done. It's an honor every time I get to meet one of you guys out in public or something like that, or if I'm at work and I happen to see one of you, I always make it a point to thank you for your service. If I see you guys wearing a hat or a shirt or something like that, that lets me know that you served, I will always thank you guys in public if you happen to see me anywhere, right? So, thank you guys very much. If you're watching this and you are a veteran, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate you here on the channel. What you've done is the greatest sacrifice that a human can make on this planet, and I will say that forever until the day I die. Y'all deserve all of the flowers, man. Y'all deserve all of the flowers, and while you're still here, while you're a survivor, and I think you guys need recognized for that. more than the world gives you credit for in a lot of instances. Like I said before, it's all love here on the channel, man. We talk about conflict and problems and stuff like that a lot, but mostly trying to live inside of the solutions of them. And I think that we do a pretty damn good job of doing that for each other on here and inspiring each other every day. I love you guys so much. Heidi, thank you a million for this request. I really appreciate you. The original video will be in the description as always. Subscribe to Lee Kernaghan and all the other artists in this. Jessica Malboy, Guy Sebastian, John Stevens. We had Shannon, Noah, and Shepard as well. Go subscribe to everybody. Support all the artists we have on the channel. That's what we do it for. Get the music out into the world. Relate the messages to life. This one is the most relatable message we ever get to have on the channel. These videos always get me choked up and beside myself because I just feel it deeply in my heart, everything that they go through, and seeing the aftermath of it in so many instances being so negative for everyone involved it's tragic, and we need to fix that part of the world for ourselves, right? We need to fix that the best that we can and love each other better. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much for everything. We're going to get out of here. I'm Vakasa Kabi. A reaction video a day or two. Keep the doctor away. Fuck those apples. Leave a like for me, comment those suggestions, subscribe up this way, bang the notification bell for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you so much. Thank you for everything. Have a blessed night. Peace.